First, I welcome our respected Sri Mahadevan Pillai
This
sir,
call is now being recorded.
Principal of Ahalia School of Engineering and Technology and Director, Ahalia Group of Academic Institutions. Welcome, sir. Next, I would like to welcome Mr. Krishnakumar Kishore sir, Vice Principal of Ahalia School of Engineering and Technology, Assistant Director, Ahalia Group of Academic Institutions. Welcome, sir. Next, I would like to welcome Dr. S. Gunashekharan sir, Head of Department, Computer Science and Engineering, and President of Institutional Innovation Council. Welcome, sir. Then finally, all beloved faculty members and participants of our institution. Before I get into detail, let me introduce our honorable guest, Professor Dr. M. Shivashankaran sir, consultant at MSME Cluster Institution. He has accomplished his graduation in Textile Engineering, AMIE, from Tamil Nadu Polytechnic College, Madurai, with post-graduation in MSc of Textile Science from Mumbai University. Additionally, he has done his MBA in Pune University. He submitted about 60 theme-related and research papers to the government agencies like Textile Committee, Textile Commissioner's Office, various ministries and technical agencies, and for some state government institutions. Sir, we are very privileged to have you as our guest for AUXILIA and the part of Prevention 2021. So without any further ado, I invite to start our session right away.
Okay. Thank you. Straight away we'll go for a PPT presentation. Una sir. Una sir. Okay. மைக்ல இதா இருக்குல்ல, இதெல்லாம் எப்படி ஆஃப் ஆயிருக்கு? ஹலோ
Sir, HOD sir is presenting the screen.
Guna sir.
Hello sir.
Guna sir.
Sir, கேக்குதுடா. Hello.
கேக்குது. Shall we start the meeting?
Sir. Yeah. Now it is visible. உங்களுக்கு இந்த presentation screenல வருதுங்களா?
ஸ்கிரீன்ல வந்துருச்சு. PPT first page வந்துருச்சு. Funding opportunities for early stage entrepreneurs னு சொல்லிட்டு வந்துருச்சு.
Okay. நீங்க அப்படியே ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணுங்க. நெக்ஸ்ட் சொன்னீங்கன்னா நான் I will move to the next slide. That's all.
Okay sir. ஆல்மோஸ்ட் இப்ப நம்மள பத்தி ஒரு brief introduction கொடுத்துட்டீங்க. No problem.
Okay.
No problem. அது வந்து ஆக்சுவலா வந்துட்டு நம்ம 2017 வரைக்கும் இதுல தான் இருந்தோம். ஃபேக்கல்ட்டியா தான் இருந்தோம் ஒரு காலேஜ்ல, ஒரு பிரீமியர் இன்ஸ்டிடியூஷன் திருப்பூர்ல. ஆஃப்டர் தட் வந்துட்டு அந்த காலேஜ்ல வந்துட்டு we used to take சொசைட்டி பேஸ்ட் காலேஜ்னால they transform into some other the government grant in aid schemes ல வந்துட்டு நம்மள மாத்திட்டாங்க. அப்ப அதுல இருந்து நம்ம ஆல்மோஸ்ட் 2015ல இருந்தே ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணோம். அப்புறம் அதுக்கப்புறம் வந்துட்டு எம்எஸ்எம்இல வந்து கவர்மெண்ட் இன்ஸ்டிடியூஷன்ஸுக்கு மட்டும் ஃபேக்கல்ட்டி மெம்பரா இருக்கோம். இந்த மாதிரி என்டர்பிரினர்ஸுக்கு மீட்டிங் வந்துட்டு ஆக்சுவலா காலேஜ்ல இருந்து வெளியே வந்தவங்களுக்கும் அந்த பர்ஜானிங் ஸ்டேஜ்ல இருக்கிற என்டர்பிரினர்ஸுக்கு தான் இந்த மாதிரி கிளாஸஸ் எல்லாம் எடுத்துட்டு இருந்தோம். இட்ஸ் வெரி மச் பிளஷர். இந்த மாதிரி காலேஜ்லயே வந்துட்டு படிக்கும் போதே வந்துட்டு எடுத்துட்டு இருக்கிறது வந்து இட்ஸ் ஓகே, இட்ஸ் வெல் அண்ட் குட். அது வந்து ஐ அப்ரிஷியேட் ஆல் தி ஃபேக்கல்ட்டி மெம்பர்ஸ் ஆஃப் யுவர் காலேஜ் மேனேஜ்மெண்ட் எல்லாத்துக்குமே ஐ அப்ரிஷியேட் வெரி மச் அண்ட் ஐ தேங்க்ஃபுல். ஸோ வி கேன் கோ ஃபார் நெக்ஸ்ட் ஸ்லைட். ஸோ வெல்கம். இது ஆல்மோஸ்ட் எல்லாத்தையும் வெல்கம் பண்ணுறேன் ஃபார் பர்ஜானிங் என்டர்பிரினர்ஸ், ஃபேக்கல்ட்டி மெம்பர்ஸ், ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் எல்லாத்தையும். ஸோ ப்ரீலோடு தீஸ் ஆர் திங்ஸ் வி ஆர் கோயிங் டு சி. என்டர்பிரினர்னா யாரு, என்டர்பிரினர்ஷிப்னா என்ன, ஸ்டார்ட் அப் இன் ரிகார்டு வித் வெஞ்சர் கேபிட்டல் அண்ட் வெஞ்சர் கேபிட்டலிஸ்ட்ல பிஸ்னஸ் கிளாசிஃபிகேஷன்ஸ் எந்த மாதிரி இருக்கு, அப்புறம் கவர்மெண்ட் இதில் வந்துட்டு எம்எஸ்எம்இ வந்து ஹவு தே கிளாசிஃபை எம்எஸ்எம்இன்னு சொல்லிட்டு. ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஆஃப் ஆல் எம்எஸ்எம்இங்கிறது வந்து மைக்ரோ ஸ்மால் மீடியம் என்டர்பிரைசஸ் அப்படின்றது. மைக்ரோ லெவல்ல ஒரு பிசினஸ் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்றது வந்து ஏர்லி ஸ்டேஜில் இருக்கிறவங்க, இந்த மாதிரி பர்ஜானிங் ஸ்டேஜில் இருக்கிறவங்க, ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஆஃப் ஆல் பிசினஸ் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்றவங்க வந்து மைக்ரோ லெவல்ல தான் வந்து ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணுவாங்க. மைக்ரோனா அது வந்து ஒரு லிமிடேஷன்ஸ் இருக்கு. அதாவது ஒரு குறிப்பிட்ட அளவுக்கு பிளான்ட் அண்ட் மிஷினரிக்கு வந்து தி இன்வெஸ்ட் காஸ்ட், அதுதான் மைக்ரோன்னு சொல்றது. ஒரு குறிப்பிட்ட லெவலுக்கு அது வி வில் சி இன் பிரீஃப்ல பார்க்கலாம். அப்புறம் அந்த ஸ்டேஜில் போகும்போது எக்ஸ்பேன்ஷன் போறோம். பிசினஸ் நல்லா டெவலப் ஆகும்போது வில் கோ ஃபார் எக்ஸ்பேன்ஷன் ப்ரோக்ராம்ஸ். அப்புறம் ஸ்மால் என்டர்பிரைசஸாக மாறலாம், அப்புறம் மீடியம் என்டர்பிரைஸாக மாறலாம், அப்புறம் லார்ஜர் என்டர்பிரைசஸாக போகலாம் கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்சமாக. அப்புறம் வந்து கவர்மெண்ட் ஸ்கீம்ஸ் வந்துட்டு இண்டிவிஜுவல்ஸுக்கும் ஸ்டார்ட் அப் என்டர்பிரினர்ஸுக்கும் வந்துட்டு கவர்மெண்ட் ஸ்கீம்ஸ்ல வந்து என்னென்ன பெனிஃபிட்ஸ் இருக்கு, அப்புறம் ஃபினான்ஷியல் இன்ஸ்டிடியூஷன்ஸ், பேங்க்ஸ், கவர்மெண்ட் ரிலேட்டடான ஃபினான்ஷியல் இன்ஸ்டிடியூஷன்ஸ் இருக்கு. அப்புறம் வந்து இன்னொன்று வந்து ப்ரீ அண்ட் போஸ்ட் இன்டர்வென்ஷன்ஸ் வந்து பிசினஸ் பிளான்ஸுக்கு வந்துட்டு ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் ஒரு சின்னதாக ஒரு ப்ராடக்ட் ஒன்று டெவலப் பண்றோம் அப்படின்னா அந்த டெவலப் பண்றதுக்கு முன்னாடி வாட் ஆர் ஆல் தி திங்ஸ் வி ஹாவ் டு சி அப்படின்றது அது ப்ரீ இன்டர்வென்ஷன் சொல்லுவாங்க. அப்புறம் அது ஒரு குறிப்பிட்ட ஸ்டேஜ் வந்து போஸ்ட் இன்டர்வென்ஷன் வந்துட்டு அது எல்லாம் எப்படி எல்லாம் வந்து அந்த ப்ராடக்ட்டை டெவலப் பண்ணி ஹவு டு பிரிங் இட் டு த மார்க்கெட் அப்படின்றது அது ஒன்று. அப்புறம் பிசினஸ் கிளஸ்டர் ஃபர்ஸ்ட், அப்புறம் ரெண்டாவது வந்து இந்த மாதிரி மைக்ரோ லெவல்ல வந்து பிகினர்ஸ் வந்து கிளஸ்டர் அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு கான்செப்ட் இருக்கு. கிளஸ்டர்னா குரூப் ஆஃப் இது இண்டஸ்ட்ரி தான், அதுக்கான டெஃபினிஷன் இருக்கு. அப்புறம் கிளஸ்டரா குரூப்பா சேர்ந்தோம்னா கவர்மெண்ட்ல என்னென்ன மாதிரி கிராண்ட் இன் எய்ட் ஸ்கீம்ஸ் எல்லாம் இருக்கு நிறைய, அதை பத்தி பார்க்கலாம். அப்புறம் ஏன் வந்து கோயம்புத்தூர் சைட்ல வந்து ஸ்டார்ட் அப்ஸ் வேணும் அப்படிங்கிறது, அப்புறம் கன்க்ளூடிங் ரிமார்க்ஸ், இதுதான் வந்து நம்ம வி ஆர் கோயிங் டு சி. சரி, ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஸ்லைடு போயிடலாம். An entrepreneur and entrepreneurshipங்கிறது entrepreneur is commonly seen as an innovator, source of new ideas. entrepreneurங்கிறது நார்மலா வந்துட்டு entrepreneurs are what I could say னா நார்மலா வந்து நம்ம இங்க வந்து நம்மளோட இந்த நம்ம சவுத் இந்தியாவில் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா நார்மலா வந்து எல்லாமே வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா படிச்சு முடிச்சுட்டு எல்லாம் வேலைக்கு போறதுக்கு தான் பார்ப்பாங்க. என்டர்பிரினர்ஷிப்ங்கிறது ஒரு பெரிய இட்ஸ் வெரி குட், அது என்ன சொல்றது, ஒரு மாதிரி ரொம்ப டீடியஸ் ஜாப். அது அவ்வளவு சீக்கிரம் வந்து யாரும் லைக் பண்றது இல்லை. பெரும்பாலும் வந்து இன்ஹெரிட்டன்ஸா வரும். பெரும்பாலும் இந்த சில கம்யூனிட்டிஸ்ல வரும். இப்போ நார்த்ல எல்லாம் வந்து இந்த மார்வாடிஸ் இருப்பாங்க, அப்புறம் சிந்திஸ் இருப்பாங்க, குஜராத்திஸ் இருப்பாங்க. இவங்கெல்லாம் வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா பேசிக்கலி தே வில் பிகம் அன் என்டர்பிரினர். அது இன்ஹெரிட்டன்ஸா வரும், ஃபேமிலி இன்ஹெரிட்டன்ஸா வரும். ஆனா நம்ம இதுல சில இதுல இடையில இருக்கு. இப்போ உதாரணத்துக்கு இந்த செட்டிநாடுல வந்து நாட்டுக்கோட்டை செட்டியார்ஸ், அந்த தென் மாவட்டங்கள்ல வந்து நாடார்ஸ், இவங்கெல்லாம் வந்து இப்போ வந்து எல்லாம் கொஞ்சம் அப்படியே இந்த என்டர்பிரினர்ஷிப் அப்படியே டெவலப் பண்ணி வந்துட்டு இருக்காங்க. ஸோ அது வந்து நம்ம இதுல இருக்கு. ஆனா வந்து நம்ம பெரும்பாலும் வந்து இப்ப கவர்மெண்ட்ல இருக்கிற பாலிசியும் சரி, இப்ப நியூவா ஃபார்ம் பண்ணி இருக்கிற கவர்மெண்ட்டும் சரி, தே வாண்ட் டு பிரிங் லாட் ஆஃப் என்டர்பிரினர்ஸ். ஏன்னா பெரும்பாலும் இப்ப இருக்கிற வந்து வேலை வாய்ப்புங்கிறது வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா கவர்மெண்ட் சைட்ல தான் இப்ப எல்லாம் எதிர்பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கோம். கவர்மெண்ட் சைடு இல்லாம பிரைவேட் செக்டர்ஸ் வந்து என்கரேஜ் பண்ணணும் அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு இது இருக்கு. ஸோ அந்த அடிப்படையில வந்து என்டர்பிரினருக்கு வந்துட்டு என்னென்ன மாதிரி எல்லாம் டெவலப் பண்ணலாம், என்டர்பிரினர் வந்து நிறைய பேர் வரணும், அதை வெல்கம் பண்றதுக்கு நிறைய ஸ்கீம்ஸ் எல்லாம் இருக்கு. ஸ்டார்ட் அப்ஸ் அதான் மெயினா வந்து அதை ஸ்டார்ட் அப்ஸ் சொல்றது. நார்மலா வந்து ஒரு என்கரேஜ் பண்றதுக்கு தான் அந்த ஸ்டார்ட் அப்ஸ் எல்லாம் இருக்கு. ஸோ என்டர்பிரினர் என்ன பண்றான் அப்படின்னா அவனுக்கு வந்து பேசிக்கலாவே வந்துட்டு சில இதெல்லாம் வேணும். டெக்னாலஜி பத்தி தெரிஞ்சிருக்கணும், அவன் என்ன பிசினஸ் பண்றானோ அது ரிலேட்டடான டெக்னாலஜி பத்தி தெரிஞ்சுக்கணும், அது ரிலேட்டடான குவாலிட்டி பத்தி தெரிஞ்சுக்கணும், அதுல எப்படி எல்லாம் வேஸ்ட் மினிமைஸ் பண்ணலாம், பட் அதுல செட் பண்ற மிஷன் கோல்ஸ், அப்புறம் லாஜிஸ்டிக்ஸ், அதை எப்படி சர்வீஸ் பண்ணணும். அப்புறம் ரெண்டாவது வந்து இது வந்து எம்ப்ளாய்மெண்ட் வந்து ஜாஸ்தி பண்றது வந்து இந்த மாதிரி என்டர்பிரினர்ஸ் இருந்தால் தான் எம்ப்ளாய்மெண்ட் எல்லாம் வரும். அப்புறம் பெர் கேபிட்டா ஒருத்தரோட தனி மனிதனோட சம்பளத்தை ஜாஸ்தி பண்றது, அப்புறம் பிசினஸ் ஃபார்முலேஷன் ஆஃப் சோப்ஸ் ரோல்ஸ் அண்ட் ரெஸ்பான்சிபிலிட்டி, இது ரெண்டு கோயின்சைட் ஆகணும். ஒரு கம்பெனிக்கு வந்து ஸ்டாண்டர்ட் ஆப்ரேட்டிங் ப்ரொசீஜர் வந்து ரொம்ப முக்கியம். அதே மாதிரி ரோல்ஸ் அண்ட் ரெஸ்பான்சிபிலிட்டி இண்டிவிஜுவல்ஸுக்கு முக்கியம். அப்புறம் அவங்களோட ப்ரிப்பேர்ட்னஸ் லெவல், அவங்களோட ரெடினஸ் லெவல், இதெல்லாம் பார்த்து தான் அவங்க ஸ்டாஃபிங் பண்ணணும் ப்ராப்பரா. இதெல்லாம் என்டர்பிரினர்ஷிப்புக்கு ரொம்ப முக்கியம். என்டர்பிரினரா இருக்கிறவங்க இதெல்லாம் கண்டிப்பா தெரிஞ்சிருக்கணும் அப்படிங்கிறது என்னோட தனிப்பட்ட கருத்து. அதே மாதிரி அவன் வந்து ப்ராஃபிட், சில என்டர்பிரினர் வந்து ப்ராஃபிட்டுக்காக தே வில் ரன் தி கம்பெனி வாட் எவர் இட் இஸ். சில பேர் வந்து நான் ப்ராஃபிட்டா இது பண்ணுவாங்க. நான் ப்ராஃபிட் மீன்ஸ் அது வந்து கம்பெனி வந்துட்டு இருக்கிற ஸ்டாஃப்ஸ் இவங்களுக்கெல்லாம் வந்து இது பண்ணிட்டு அவங்க கம்பெனி அப்படியே ஒரு மாதிரி நான் ப்ராஃபிட்னா மினிமமா ஒரு ப்ராஃபிட் வச்சு எடுத்துட்டு இருப்பாங்க. சில பேர் சேரிட்டிஸ் எல்லாம் பண்ணுவாங்க, இல்ல வர லாபத்துல they do charities. அது வர லாபத்திலே வந்து சேரிட்டி, ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் இந்த சாந்தி கியர்ஸ் மாதிரி சில இதெல்லாம் இருக்கு. அமெரிக்காவில் நிறைய கம்பெனிஸ் வந்து இந்த மாதிரி சேரிட்டி சர்வீஸ் எல்லாம், இந்த ராக்ஃபெல்லர் ட்ரஸ்ட் எல்லாமே பார்த்தீங்கன்னா கம்பெனியே ட்ரஸ்டா மாற்றி சேரிட்டி சர்வீஸ் எல்லாம் நிறைய பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காங்க. நிறைய ஹாஸ்பிட்டல்ஸ் பண்றது, நிறைய இடத்துல இந்த ஃபுட்டு கியோஸ்க்கு வச்சு ரன் பண்றது, ஹாஸ்பிட்டல்ஸ் கட்டுறது, ஹெல்த் சென்டர் பண்றது, அப்புறம் வந்து ஃபண்டிங் நிறைய பண்றது, நிறைய பேர் கவர்மெண்ட் ஏஜென்சிக்கு ஃபண்டு பண்றது, நிறைய கம்பெனிஸுக்கு வந்து ஃபண்டு பண்றது. ஏன்னா அவங்களோட இதை வந்து ஜாஸ்தி பண்றது. இப்ப நார்மல் லாஸா ஓடிட்டு இருக்குன்னு வச்சுக்கோங்களேன். ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் இப்ப நம்ம அந்த கோவிட் வேக்சினுக்கெல்லாம் வந்து சில கம்பெனி எல்லாம் மேனுஃபேக்சரிங் பண்ணுவாங்க, அவங்களுக்கு வந்து காஸ்ட் ஆஃப் ப்ரொடக்ஷன் வந்து ஜாஸ்தி வரும். ஸோ அதை வந்து மினிமைஸ் பண்றதுக்காக அந்த மாதிரி இதுக்கெல்லாம் அந்த மாதிரி ஏஜென்சிக்கோ அல்லது கம்பெனிக்கோ தே வில் ஃபண்ட் லாட் ஆஃப் மணி. ஸோ இதுதான் வந்து என்டர்பிரினரோட ஒரு இது. இந்த மாதிரி ப்ராசஸ் பண்றது, இந்த மாதிரி டெவலப் பண்றது, இந்த மாதிரி ஐடியாலஜி இருக்கிறது பேரு என்டர்பிரினர்ஷிப்னு பேரு. ஸோ நெக்ஸ்ட் வில் கோ ஃபார் தி நெக்ஸ்ட் ஸ்லைட். என்னென்ன பண்ணணும் என்டர்பிரினர்ஷிப்ங்கிறது என்னன்னா, இம்ப்ரூவேஷன் ஆஃப் சப்ளை அண்ட் டிமாண்ட் இன் வைடர் எக்கானமி. சப்ளைஸ் அண்ட் டிமாண்ட்றது வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா இட்ஸ் அது ஒரு என்ன சொல்றது, இட்ஸ் மேசிவ் சப்ஜெக்ட். ஒரு இடத்துல வந்து ஒரு மேனுஃபேக்சரிங் பண்றாங்க அப்படின்னா ஒரு இடத்துல வந்து அதுக்கு டிமாண்ட் கம்மியா இருக்கும், சில இடத்துல வந்து டிமாண்ட் ஜாஸ்தியா இருக்கும். ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி டிமாண்ட் எந்தெந்த இடத்துல ஜாஸ்தியா இருக்கு அப்படிங்கறத ஒர்க் அவுட் பண்ணிட்டு அதுக்கு தகுந்த மாதிரி ஹி ஹேஸ் டு மேனுஃபேக்சர், ஹி ஹேஸ் டு ஸ்டார்ட் இஸ் மேனுஃபேக்சரிங் பண்ணிட்டு சரியான இடத்துல வந்து அது கொண்டு போய் சேர்த்தணும். அது வந்து ரொம்ப முக்கியம். ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் ஃபுட் இண்டஸ்ட்ரி எல்லாம் எடுத்துட்டீங்கன்னா ஒரு சில இடத்துல வந்து அக்ரோ ப்ராசஸிங்ல எல்லாம் பாத்தீங்கன்னா டொமேட்டோ வந்து தக்காளி பழம் வந்து ஒரு பக்கம் நல்லா விளைஞ்சிட்டு இருக்கும். ஆனா பாத்தீங்கன்னா அந்த பர்டிகுலர் அந்த இதுக்குள்ளேயே அந்த செக்மெண்ட்டுக்குள்ளே ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் பொள்ளாச்சியிலோ அல்லது திண்டுக்கல்லையோ பாத்தீங்கன்னா தக்காளி விளையாடுற இடம் எல்லாம் நிறைய இருக்கு. அங்க பாத்தீங்கன்னா மார்க்கெட்டு கொண்டு பார்க்கும்போது எல்லாம் ரொம்ப கம்மியா கேட்பாங்க, கிலோ 2 ரூபா 3 ரூபாய் கேட்பாங்க. பட் அதெல்லாம் வந்து அது ஆனா அதே தக்காளி வந்து சில இடத்துல வந்து டிமாண்டுக்கு ரொம்ப கேட்பாங்க, சில இடத்துல தக்காளி கிடைக்காம கூட்டுக்கலாம். ஸோ அந்த இடத்துக்கு கொண்டு போய் சேர்த்தணும். அதே மாதிரி தான் இப்போ நீங்க என்ன மேனுஃபேக்சரிங் எடுத்து ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணாலும் அது சில இடத்துல வந்து ரொம்ப தேவைப்படுற இடமா இருக்கும். அதாவது சப்ளை அண்ட் டிமாண்ட் சொல்லுவாங்க. ஸோ வைடர் சப்ஜெக்ட் அதை வந்து ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஆஃப் ஆல் வந்து அதை புரிஞ்சுக்கணும். என்டர்பிரினர்ஷிப்ங்கிற அதை ரொம்ப புரிஞ்சுக்கணும். அது தகுந்த மாதிரி தான் நம்ம ப்ரொடக்ஷன் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணுவோம், அது தகுந்த மாதிரி தான் மேனுஃபேக்சரிங் பண்ணணும். அப்புறம் நர்சர் கிரியேட்டிவிட்டி வந்து கொஞ்சம் இது பண்ண வளப்படுத்தணும். ப்ரொடக்டிவிட்டி வந்து உற்பத்தி வந்து ஜாஸ்தி பண்றதுக்கான திறன் இருக்கணும், இன்னோவேஷன்ஸ் இருக்கணும், கொஞ்சம் நியூ ஐடியாஸ் வேணும். அப்புறம் ஹியூமன் ஸ்கில்ஸ் வந்து டெவலப் பண்ணணும். ஸ்கில் ப்ரோக்ராம்ஸ் எல்லாம் நிறைய இருக்கு கவர்மெண்ட்ல எல்லாம். இண்டிவிஜுவலா ஸ்கில் ப்ரோக்ராம்ஸ் நம்மளும் கண்டக்ட் பண்ணலாம். ஸோ இதெல்லாம் பண்ணணும். அப்புறம் கிரியேட் மோர் ஜாப் ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டிஸ். முடிஞ்ச அளவுக்கு ஒரு என்டர்பிரினர் ஒருத்தர் 5 பேரை வச்சிருக்காருன்னா அவர் 10 பேருக்கு உண்டான இதை கூட கொடுக்கலாம், ஜாப்ஸ் கொடுக்கலாம். அப்புறம் ட்ரெண்ட் செட்டரா இருப்பாங்க. சில பேர்ல ட்ரெண்ட் செட் பண்ணுவாங்க, சில ஏரியால எல்லாம் பாத்தீங்கன்னா ட்ரெண்ட் செட் பண்ணுவாங்க. அவங்க வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா நார்மலா வந்து புது ஐடியாஸ் எல்லாம் கொடுத்து புது ப்ராடக்ட்ஸ் எல்லாம் கொண்டு வருவாங்க. அப்புறம் ஒரு குறிப்பிட்ட ஏரியால வந்து கம்யூனிட்டி டெவலப் பண்ணுவாங்க. அப்புறம் வந்து சடன் குரோத்தை கொடுப்பாங்க. அப்புறம் சோசியல் இதெல்லாம் கொண்டு வருவாங்க. லிவிங் ஸ்டாண்டர்ட்ஸை கொண்டு வராங்க. நார்மல் லிவிங் ஸ்டாண்டர்ட்ஸ் எல்லாம் தெரியும் உங்களுக்கு. நார்மலா சைக்கிள் போயிட்டு இருந்தாங்க, 2 வீலர் போய் 2 வீலர் காருக்கு போய் நீங்களாம் நிறைய வந்துட்டாங்க. வீடுல எல்லாம் பாத்தீங்கன்னா நல்லா போஷா வீடு கட்டி நல்லா ஒரு லிவிங் ஸ்டாண்டர்டை கொண்டு வரலாம். அப்புறம் ரிசர்ச் அண்ட் டெவலப்மெண்ட் ப்ரொமோட் பண்ணலாம். அப்புறம் பொலிட்டிக்கல் எக்கனாமிக்கல் இன்டெகிரேஷன்ஸ் வந்து நிறைய இது பண்ணுவாங்க. பொலிட்டிக்கல் எக்கனாமிக்ஸ் வேற பொலிட்டிக்கல் வேற, ரெண்டுமே ஒண்ணுதான். நிறைய பொலிட்டிஷியன்ஸுக்கு வந்துட்டு பாத்தீங்கன்னா எக்கனாமிக்கல என்னங்கிறது தெரியாது. அவங்களுக்கெல்லாம் ப்ராப்பரா ப்ரெசென்ட் பண்ணி அவங்களே வந்து கைட்லைன் பண்ணி அவங்களே வந்துட்டு இம்பார்ட்டன்ஸ் வந்து இந்த மாதிரி மேனுஃபேக்சரிங்க்கு என்டர்பிரினர்ஷிப்க்கு வந்து நம்ம இம்பார்ட்டன்ஸ் கொடுத்து கொண்டு வரது வந்து ஒரு என்டர்பிரினர்ஷிப்போட ஒரு இது. அதை வந்து பண்ணணும். அதை வந்து என்டர்பிரினர்ஸ் தான் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காங்க. இந்த மாதிரி இது வரைக்கும் இந்தியா ஃபுல்லா வந்துட்டு பாத்தீங்கன்னா பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காங்க. நெக்ஸ்ட் ஸ்லைட் சார். ஹலோ. ஸ்டார்ட் அப் வந்து இன் ரிகார்டு வித் விசிஸ், அதாவது வெஞ்சர் கேபிட்டலும் வெஞ்சர் கேபிட்டலிஸ்டுக்கும் ரொம்ப முக்கியம் ஸ்டார்ட் அப்ஸ். ஸ்டார்ட் அப் வந்துட்டு ஆக்சுவலா வந்துட்டு term refers to company in first stage of.
Sir, excuse me, sir.
Hello.
Sir, excuse me, sir. Sir, it is better to stick on to English, sir. Many of them won't be understanding Tamil, sir.
Okay, madam. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
If I start in English means you will listen only things what I can read and go through. That is what the thing. You have to ask some questions in English. If they are not able to understand means please ask them to ask in English.
Yes, sir. Students will be asking if they are not understanding, sir.
Okay, sir. Okay. Please tell me. Any clarification they needed in English? Hello?
Not like that, sir. Many of them won't be understanding Tamil. So that's what I'm telling.
Okay. Most of them are from Kerala, huh?
Yes, sir. Most of them are from Kerala.
Okay. Okay, startup in regard with the VCs, venture capitals and venture capitalists. The term startup refers to a company in first stage of operations. Startups are founded by one or more entrepreneurs who want to develop a product or service for which they believe their demand. Their companies get generally start in high cost and limited revenue, which is why they look in for capital from a variety of sources such as venture capitalists. What they do, startup is nothing but to start up a company. For example, it is very much different if you compare with some other business, existing business. Startup is something different. It comes from the education, what they learned, what they studied. So accordingly, they will prepare this thing, that business plan they will prepare. So they will go for some manufacturing or some trading or some relatives. Trading or this kind of these things. So they want to go for a startup. So they require for funding, no? If they are going for a manufacturing unit, if they are going for a retailing or they are going for a trading, they need some kind of money. Some money they needed. So they need a startup. So startup needs some venture capitals. That means money from other institutions. It may be government institution, or it may be private, or it may be from private funding also. So what are the key ways to start up? A startup is a company that is the initial stage of business. Startup is nothing but it is the initial stage of business. It is the initial stage. Second stage is until the business gets off the ground. A startup is often financed by its founders and may attempt to attract outside investment also. First of all, a startup is this thing investment. First, they have to bring startup who are all going for startup. First, they have to bring the money to start up this business. And in some cases, they used to need they will go for some outside investment. So such kind of are needed. Such kind of thing is called as venture capital. The many funding sources for startups include family, friends, venture capitalists, crowdfunding, and loans, grants. So startups funding sources that mainly from families and friends. Some venture capitalists. Venture capitalists are companies. They used to finance companies. So they used to get it from venture capitalists. Crowdfunding is nothing but the shares getting from the public, and somebody will get from loans. Loans can be that will be given by the nationalized banks or private banks or government grants or something, or some government grant is nothing but simply you can get the money from the banks, government. That list we can see it how it is. Startup most also consider they will do business and their legal structure. So startups depends upon what kind of business they are doing and what kind of legal structure they have. So next slide we can. Hello. So venture capital is a private mechanism where investors support entrepreneurship talent by providing finance and business skills for capital from firms or funds to startups, early stage businesses, emerging companies that they have been deemed to have high growth potential or which have demonstrated high growth in terms of numbers of employees, annual scale of operations, marketing, like that. Some of venture capitalists take on the risk of financing risky startups in hopes that some of the firms they support will become successful. In many cases, startups face high uncertainty. Venture capital investors have high rate of failure. The startups are usually based on innovative technology or business model, and they are usually from high technology industries such as information technology, clean technology, or biotechnology. So venture capitals should have some, if you want to go for a venture capital, you should have some entrepreneurship talent. So that venture capital companies, what they do means, are you understanding, please? Are you all hearing?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We are hearing, sir.
How many Keralites are there in this group?
Sir, most of the students are from Kerala, sir.
How many students?
So most of us are from Kerala, sir.
So you are all are coming from Palakkad? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Palakkad, they are able to speak some Tamil also, no? It's a border, no?
Yes, sir. Some may understand, sir.
Okay. Okay, I heard a lot of these things, no? Venture capital, explaining in English is not this thing. Venture capital is something which is which deals with like the kind of some definitions or something. I think I got some lot of examples in this thing. If anyone asks means I can react something. I can make it useful. This meeting. First, I want to know what you understand about venture capital. Anybody can this thing arise some questions. I'm not asking any answer from you. I am asking about a question. You can ask some question. What kind of venture capital you need?
So, like, sir, if we start some startup from a little idea, like, if we come up with any product and we are having a little sale, so in order to push that, can we'll be getting any kind of help like funding or something?
Okay. You need funding, huh? You need funding.
Yes, sir, we definitely gonna need funding, sir.
Okay.
In order to push the
Fundings,
product in markets, because we are starting from scratch
Okay,
now.
what kind of product you are going to derive? I'm asking personally you. What kind of product you are going to derive? Or you are going to relating to either you are going to manufacturing product, or you are going to deal with the product, or you are going to trade with that product. or you are going for any service, services or something like that? What is the idea? What is your idea? I'm asking. You are going for any manufacturing. For example, what is your study base? Are you some your electronic student or electrical student or
Some mechanical student, sir.
mechanical student? So what kind of product you are liking to manufacture? Or kindly, I'm asking you, what kind of product you are going to trade? First, you are interested in manufacturing, trading, or service. What kind of industry you like, please?
So I think manufacturing and services gonna play good returns, and we can also have good ideas on that. So both
Okay,
sections are
what kind of
good.
idea do you have? Any you can say some simply. You can say in a roughly. You can say what kind of product do you have in your idea? Well, in mechanical, I'm asking mechanical, some mechanical this thing. No problem. Just you spit it out. No problem. Please.
So any kind of consumer product which gonna make our life easy.
No, mechanical. What kind of consumer product which is available in mechanical? This thing.
So,
For example, if it is electronics,
so
means a lot of
gears come
consumer
in
products
play
are
in
available.
all the appliances and all.
Appliances means home appliances. Huh?
Yes, sir. Sir, the parts like sir gears, they like sir in the if we take example of mixer grinder, it's so the
Okay,
bearing
yes, special kind of
wears
blades
off
are there. No?
easily.
Cutting
So,
blades, cutting blades, cutting blades. Huh?
sir.
Cutting blades. Okay, okay. Cutters. It has got cut. So you are going to interested in cutting blades.
No, sir. I come up with the example that in sir mixer grinder, suppose the bearings wears off easily, so we'll be
Okay.
finding a way that the matlab, manufacturing a bearing that stays long like that.
So,
Doesn't
per
wears
gear,
off easily. Like
what kind of gear you are going to manufacture? Small kind of gears, sir. It will run the armatures. It will run the this thing. Okay,
yes, sir,
what do you say?
small gears.
Small gears. Okay, okay, okay. So if you are going to manufacture small gear, it requires a lot of that high precision machines. High precision machines. So it
Yes,
needs,
sir.
I think, at least CNC lathe. It requires a CNC lathe. You got any
Yes, sir.
plans that some project report something you are having? For example, sir, I am working out something. I got this kind of this means of finance. It requires for manufacturing machinery. I require this kind of machine, sir. I require CNC lathe. I require this kind of what you said grinding machine. I required this kind of machines. I required some supporting equipments like genset, and as a whole, I require this kind of this thing like that. You had any plans, business plan? Business plans means simple project report. I'm asking, what are the machineries you need? For example, you are going to manufacture a small kind of gear. It requires high this thing. For example, that gears are it based on some metallurgy. It needs some chemical treatments.
So we may
Okay.
need, sir, material treating machines. Sir, we may need CNCs. We may need the tooth cutting, gear cutting
Mm.
machines.
Gear cutting machines
Uh,
are there. Wire cutting machines also there.
yes, sir. Sir, but wire cutting, first of all, for precision cuttings like small gears, we may need that wire cutting system. But for most of the time, we may not needing that, sir.
Mm.
In household products, we are not using the products coming from
Okay.
that machine.
Okay. 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 What you are going to do for this special hardening kind of things? For example, some hardening is required for this kind of gears
So we can
to run
use
the machines
texturing
high
or
RPM.
plating.
That is what I'm telling. That kind of this thing. What you are going to set up your own by, or you are going to give it for some other job work or something?
So I didn't get that.
No, no. So you are going to manufacture that gear, no, small gear.
Yes,
You are
sir.
going to manufacture in-house. It is in-house facility. It is in already you do have the CNC machine. So you will procure this kind of blocks, no, round blocks. According to the round blocks, some it will be some special metals or MS38s or MS36, whatever it is. So you will cut it to do something, some cutter machine. After that, you will do some hobby job in the gearing machine. So,
Yes,
for
sir.
example, in CNC machines. After that, that gears, you are going to supply for the mixer or grinder, whatever it is.
Yes, sir.
Another, I'm asking you the stage next after manufacturing, what we are going to do.
So after manufacturing, we definitely need a supplier or a system which can bring our product to market or introduce to such companies so that so that we can have the steady flow of our manufacturing and returns and our products keep moving. For all that system, we may need someone to help. Like sir, if somebody help us by fundings and contacts, then we will be having very good moving of the products, no sir.
Mhm. So how much you will invest? I'm asking you how much you will invest and how much you are expecting from the venture capital or some private companies or whatever. How much you are expecting this thing? How much your total project cost estimates?
Sir,
Hello.
initially, uh, hello sir, if we are doing it alone, we got to have lot of investment, sir. Like from my side, I may not have such uh, money to bring up that product. So in the group, I can invest some like for creating the prototype and for creating 2 or more samples. But after that, we may need big capital in order to do mass production and all.
No, mass production. I don't know about the mass production is something. It's very much different. See, I'm asking you for if you are going for a CNC lathe or something, whatever, what is preparatory process or post process like that. How much you invest you need something? You got any project report? You have worked out something? You have
So
got any project
actually, sir,
report?
our final year project is on laser texturing of grade 5 titanium. So this is just you asked about that, so I came up with this example of gears.
Mhm.
Actually,
So
our
how
project
much?
is
No, no,
on.
no. You plan something, no? That is in the means of finance. You need some total project cost. Total project cost will be there, including of plant and machinery. For example, for manufacturing this much, for supporting equipment. Supporting equipment is this thing, agent sets, air compressors like that. So okay, that will support the running machines. That is okay. How much total cost? How much you are expecting?
So I think I don't have idea, sir. It was just an example that when you asked, I just told
No,
the
no.
example,
See,
sir.
according to that, we have to calculate the venture capital. That is what I'm asking. For example, if you are interested to invest 1 crore means 1 crore, your project cost will fetch 1 crore. I'm asking you an example. I'm telling you an example. Sir, I will invest only 25 lakhs. Baki, rest of that 75 lakhs, I need some venture capital like that. I like that. I'm asking you. Roughly, I'm asking.
So I don't have idea till now. I don't have any product, sir. So
Okay, okay. So these kind of things are there. Venture capital is something. If you are going to meet some venture capital or venture capitalist something, some companies are there. I will give you the address. No problem. If you're going for something, you should not go for very rawly. You can go something crude. You can not go. You have to work out everything, and you need some samples also. At least you should be well versed about the process, complete process you need. Where you are going to procure the material, what are the process you are going to do in your in-house, and what are the this thing outsource you are going to. For example, you're telling a gear something. You can manufacture a gear that what RPM it will run, what is the quality of that gear, how you are testing that gear. And if you are going for outsourcing or something, totally you can't go for a complete full-fledged of unit like that. If you're going for job, or for example for that quincing, alloying, for example hardening that particular gear, you have to outsource some outside, no? So such kind of things, where you will go give it something, and where you will supply this kind of gears. For example, already there are a lot of omnipresent. No? There are a lot of mixie grinder companies are hell a lot of companies are available in Coimbatore. You can supply to any one company. No, not at all a problem. And what is the business plan do you have if you are going for a venture capital, sir? That is I'm telling, no. Totally project cost is 1 crore, sir. Sir, I will invest this much, and I am expecting this much venture capital. That is what I am asking. Because if you roughly, you can go and ask a venture capital, they will not give you like that. Just like that, they will not give. So you should have some precise business plan, precise ideas, crystal clear this thing. That is what I am asking about the venture capital. Straight away is going for venture capital means you should know everything. Technically, first time I'm not asking, I'm not really speaking any commercial terms. First of all, I'm asking you technically, I'm asking, not commercial. Commercial is secondary thing. First, technically, I'm asking, sir, this is the thing. This is the thing. This is a means of finance. This is total project cost is this thing. I am expecting this thing. I will do this thing, sir. I have got a little bit of land. I'm going for building. Even I'm also roughly talking. I'm not calculated this thing. No? Building these things. I'm not calculated anything. So this all covers everything. This covers everything. And raw material. How much you are going to use for raw materials? How much you are going to procure? How you are going to procure your raw materials? That is there. Or no, nothing, sir. I will function as my job worker. If anybody gives my job, I will do my job like that. Like that is also no problem. Most of the Coimbatore, they used to get job works. So that is also, you can go for some venture capitals or like that. No problem. That is what I'm asking you. I need some crystal clear ideas. Sir, this is the thing. This is the business I'm going to do. These are the total project cost. I'm expecting I can invest this much. I am expecting from this thing. Either you can go for any backgrounds or venture capitals like that. So this is the product. First, you have to derive the products, what you are going to manufacture. You should be technically very much strong. So next slide. So venture capital is also same thing, no? Companies, venture capitalist is a person who makes capital investment companies in exchange. For example, for Coimbatore, if you approach, I know few people who are ready to invest, but they won't have some technical ideas. If anyone is having something, you know, that Bharat Roshan, who is spoken with me? Bharat Roshan, huh?
Yes, sir.
Bharat Roshan, if you are going to have some precise project report regarding that you are going to manufacture some gears, you can straight away approach some venture capitalists. Sir, this is my report. Even I am a venture capitalist. You think like me, like that. You are showing me that report. You are submitting a report to me. So I will invest, no problem. I will invest on like that. So I can invest means I can become a partner also for in your company. I can become a partner, or I can lend you money by getting very low interest rate. Either you can pay the low interest rate very this thing. Either you can bank like that you can give, or something you can give. Or if you are coming with some new innovated idea, something. I am telling you, I am done doctorate in medical textiles, and I invented a product which will be which will heal the chronic wound. You know the chronic wound, no, that sugar patient will have. So I got some pakka business plan I'm having. If I go for some venture capital or something, means they will give, no problem. They will give, because I got everything. I got the number. What is the product I am going to manufacture? I got everything. I got a complete list. I do have where I will procure the raw material, what kind of product I can manufacture, where I will sterilize that product, where I will sell the product. Like that, I am having the pakka business plan I'm having. So if I approach for a venture capital, people are interested. They are very much interested. Sir, I will invest this much. I can also invest, sir. This my project. This thing it fetches up to some 50 lakhs. If you are interested to, we will go for some this thing venture. I need some 25 lakhs as a loan or something. They can become, either they will give the at low interest rate, or they can become this thing share of the company. So this kind of thing is they used to say it's a venture capital, or this kind of who is going to lend the loan or lend the fund. They are all called as a venture capitalist. Some companies they will give, some persons they will give. So they are called as a venture capitalist. Next slide, sir. So advantage of venture capital is something, opportunity for startups and expansion of the company. Somebody is there, I want to start up the company, means, sir, I got a precise this thing report I have got, so I want to go for something. Means startups means people will really, they will they will encourage you, and they will go for they will give you the money. So that is advantage for that one. And if you are going for already, you are pre-exist with some company, some you have got some already, you are doing some business in gear manufacturing, or you are something you are doing in some engineering, any other engineering products. So they will see the balance sheet of your company. for 3 years. If you are running it a very profitable way, you can go for expansion. For expansion also, you will get venture capital, no problem. As I said, you can go for some part of the amount as it is very low interest rate, or venture capitalist will become a part of your company. They will become partner also. They will, if they can become partner, means they will take your this also, what you said. They will take the profit also. So that's such kind of things are. So this is one advantage. Another valuable guidance and expertise. Expertise means some venture capital, some venture this thing companies they do have some consultants. So they will give you value. For example, you are not able to this thing. You are not very much this thing ideas about any product or something. They will give some ideas, and they will visit your factory also. For example, they will calculate everything. Calculation means where you are procuring the material, how you are running this based on productivity, how much you product, what is your product, how much you are producing it, what are the existing machines you have, and what are the expertise you have, what are the expertise. Expertise means some managers will be there, a supervisor will be there, some technician, they will interact with them and they will get the ideas how they are working or something. And wastage is very much important. They will give ideas to minimize the waste also. According to that, they will suggest the technology. Sir, this is you are running some old lathe. Now you have to go for some technology change. You have to go for CNC like that. So they will give some valuable guidance also. After that, for what are the these suggestions they are giving, according to that, they will give the venture capital. They will give the money. That is the thing. And helpful in building networks and connections. Already they are very much expert in that particular field. They will have some good buyers from Bombay, or they will have some good buyers from Delhi or Calcutta, wherever it is. They will link you. So this kind of working strategy will help you. For example, if you produce some this is like supply and demand. Your product will have somewhere in some place it will have some demand. According to that, they will help you to supply to that particular these things. And no obligations for repayments. When some venture capitals, they will not very much keen about getting money from you from profit or something. They will lend you loan for very merely they will lend you loan something. So such kind of obligations are there in venture capital. It will be an advantage. Disadvantage is something if you are approaching dilution of ownership and control. For example, if you are going for a venture capital, they will ask, sir, give me, if you are, for example, you are thinking some, sir, 50% I will have share, 50% we can take it like, oh no, some venture capital will ask, no, I will take the major share, I will have some 75% like that. You have some 25%. Such kind of things are there. So dilution, and then what they will do, they will take the company also. So early redemptions of this thing is somebody will take something and they will do all kind of delete all the things and they will not care about you. Normally VC will take long time to decide for startups. For example, startups, if you give projects, means they will say, sir, we come after 2 months. Some cases they will say 6 months. After 6 months you approach them, sir, it will take 1 year like that. So you will depend on the particular venture capital. After 6 months, if you go and see, sir, now the problem is like this. Some corona is aggravated everywhere, so break up is there. So you please wait for 1 year. Like that, they used to make some this thing. They will late these things, the project something. And approaching VCs will be tedious, and many few cases they will be fraudulent too. Lot of venture capital companies are there. Venture capitalists are there. Simply they will time pass your this thing also. So these are the disadvantage. May expect at the same time they expect high returns also for investment. For example, you are giving a profit means, or profit making means, for example, for any product you are manufacturing, maximum you will get some 10% profit something. Only some medical companies they used to get some more this thing returns. So they expect high returns. But normally for an engineering item, they will have very low returns. For example, 10 to 12% like that. So immediately they will deny your project. That is there. So they will expect very high return. So that is there. That is only disadvantage. Delay and release of funds. First they will agree, and after that they will go for delay in funds from time to time. First they will release some fund. After that, if you're going for some equipment, you purchase some fund from that VC venture capital. After that, if you're going for some expansion, means they will delay this thing. They will delay this thing. So that is there. May lead to undervaluation, and they will lead to undervaluation also. For example, if you are suggesting some good CNC lathe, for example, in Bangalore, some CNC lathe companies are available. So they will do what you do. So no, sir, you don't go for this 36, 40, 50 lakhs CNC. You go for this 20 lakhs CNC machines like that. So they will this thing also may lead undervaluation also. So that is where these are disadvantages. Advantages is this part, and disadvantages is this part. Most of the venture capitalists this thing on it will create disadvantages only. Okay, next slide. So this list of predominant venture capital firms in India. So these are all the 5 lists. Something I got it from net only. So these are all the venture capital firms, but they are to whom they are given means they are given for some big corporates. This kind of company they are given for corporates, very big companies. They are given funds for very big companies, very big companies. Some IT related these companies, software companies, pharma companies like that. They are given these undergone all these companies individual profiles. But they provided funds for the most of them. They funded for these IT companies only. So these are the companies, venture capital companies, leading venture capital companies in India. About some 20 venture capital companies are found in India. Good companies are there, but you have to go with some good projects that is there. So next slide, sir. So these are the venture capital firms in Coimbatore. Stanley Ventures. It is in Vilankurchi Road, Coimbatore. Number is there. Just you contact them and you get some appointments. First, you have to go with precise reports. Simply going and simply just like that you are saying it will be not a correct thing. And blue chip, most of these venture capitals, what they do means they used to invest in shares. Most of them, they used to invest in shares. But if you go with some innovative projects, ideas, really they will appreciate you. They will, I think you may get something. But that should be unique, no? That your product should be very much unique. Then only you can approach them. Sir, this is how this thing. And you have to go with exact project report, exact, precise, correct project report. Procurement, these are the procurements, sir. This kind of manufacturing I am going to do. These are the supplies I do have. This is the product I do have. This is the value adding. This kind of value adding I am doing. This kind of technology I am doing. This kind of technology, and with this technology I am going to manufacture these kind of equipments or whatever it is, spare parts or something. So you have to go with good project reports. Really, it should be really. It has to speak. Then you can approach these venture capital firms in Coimbatore. Hello. So joint ventures are nothing but joint ventures are usually formed by two businesses with balancing strength. For example, technology company may create partnership with marketing company to bring an innovative product to market. For example, joint ventures, JVs, some good manufacturing company will be there. Maybe they will be some lacking in marketing. So what they do, they will have tie up with the marketing company. They will manufacture, they will supply. For example, some soap companies are there. You can see that Hammam soap is manufactured by someone and it is marketed by someone. Hammam soap is manufactured by Tata, but it is marketed by Hindustan Lever Limited. So this is a kind of marketing. They will do this thing. They will have some margins. So this kind of this is one way. This is okay. They will go for some joint venture. This is kind of a joint venture something. In automobiles, most of them will be automobiles. For example, MAL is nothing but Maruti Udyog Limited. It is a company. It is an Indian-based company. It has gone some public shares also. You know that in Indira Gandhi period they have formed this company. First they have gone with some Dolphin or something. After that they broke this thing, joint venture. After that they got collaborated with Suzuki and they started supplying this Maruti 800. This kind of car series, and it is still in joint venture only. And next is Entertainment Media. You know, Vijay TV and Star. Vijay TV is some local Tamil Nadu, but Star is some. It is in some international company. It is headquartered at Hong Kong. So say they have joint venture. They gone for joint venture. And insurance, Bajaj is our local company. And Allianz is from I think American company. I think they've gone for this insurance. They will go for some insurances, and it is a joint venture company. In textile manufacturing, Kirloskar is a local company. Toyota Japan is a MNC. We can say it is MNC. They've gone some joint venture in particularly India. in KTTM, it's a Kirloskar Tire Dot Textile Manufacturing Company. That factory is in Mysore. They used to supply to all Asia and all Asian countries, particularly China, Indonesia, these countries. They used to supply Sri Lanka. They used to supply textile machineries from spinning to spinning kind of machines, blow rooms, draw frames like that. So this is a joint venture company. In Tirupur, there is only one joint venture company, Prem Group of Companies. Hello. And they gone joint venture with Sitzer company. It is a European company. Now it has been broken. What they do, they used to procure order from the Europe and America. They used to start manufacturing by this. They given to PGC, Prem Group of Company. They used to manufacture and they used to supply to India, in America and Europe. They will have some tie-up something. So they will have this kind of margin. I will have, sir. This kind of margin you have, like that. So this is a kind of JVs also, joint venture. But now it has been broken. So no other joint venture companies are here. So these are the list of a few joint venture companies. In automobile, some company will manufacture. They will be very much strong in manufacturing engines. Some companies, they used to manufacture spare parts. They used to form a new company. So that is joint venture. So the big this thing, no, that there is a huge company. They combine used to form a new company, and from that new company, that new product will come. This kind of arrangements is known as joint venture. So in your case, if you are going to manufacture first joint, if you are ready to prepare for a joint venture, means you should establish yourself and you have to manufacture some. You have to establish your brand also. Well, sir, this kind of thing is myself, and I got some this kind of setup. I want to go for joint venture. Means somebody will be interested. Maybe South Indian companies can go for North Indian companies joint venture program, or you can go for some China, or you can go for some Japanese, or you can go for America, Europe, wherever you can go for joint venture means you can go. So any doubts regarding this, sir, so far? Please.
Nothing, sir.
Any doubts regarding this venture capital, joint ventures like that?
No, sir.
No, sir, it's
No.
all clear.
All clear, huh? Okay. So business, shall we go for this thing? No? This is a very important thing. Now we can come. We had a long this thing. No, now business classification, generic, empirical is something very much different. That will be very useful for. Now you come to the part is very much what you said. Empirical means practically. Now you have to see this thing. You have to clearly you should know. So basically, business classification, generic and empirical, it is classified into three things. One is manufacturing, industries, and next thing is agriculture activity. Third is services. So these are the basic things you should know. First of all, manufacturing industries bar artisans. Artisans means they used to make in hand itself. For example, toys, no, they used to make it toys kind of thing. They used to use by hands, not with machines. So they are called as artisans. Basically, Indian government is giving high encourage for these artisans. Manufacturing industry is something different, but artisans is something is very much different. For example, in power loom, when we can we can consider a manufacturer of power loom. We can say he is manufacturing. He is a power loom owner, like that we can say. But artisans, for example, in same thing, artisans, handloom weavers are there. So they will be emphasized as artisans. So manufacturing industry and artisans are same. They make same product also, no problem. For example, in silk sarees can be woven in machines also. It can be woven in handloom also. So handloom woven items are defined as artisans. Manufacturing machines, by machines mean it will come in as a machines. Okay. So legally allowed manufacturing industries in engineering, okay, and food processing, textile apparels, pharmaceuticals, electrical, electronic goods, wooden furniture, gems and jewelry, rubber, plastic products comes under manufacturing. A lot of manufacturing units are there. Any other product you got any special products out of this, please? Hello? Hello?
Sir, audible.
Out of this, any products are there, please? Any suggestions? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Any suggestions, sir? Any industries other than this? Manufacturing, in manufacturing. Oh, clear? Hello?
Yes, sir. Please.
Okay. And the second thing is agriculture activity. Agriculture activity disseminates pre-harvesting, harvesting, and post-harvesting related to production, servicing, trading, retailing, wholesaling. There is no tax for this agriculture. So pre-harvesting, harvesting, related public, this thing, related production, service, these things, if you are going to plant, what you are going to plant, what you are going to yield, what you are going to, this thing, plowing, this everything activity will comes under, which will falls under the agriculture activity. But there is no tax. Agriculture in agriculture product, and a farmer is not a taxpayer. So most of them, this agriculture activity will not come under manufacturing activity. So agriculture activity is very much different. So they going for this loan, lending money. This is very much difficult in agriculture activity. They will give some subsidies. They will give government related subsidies, government related grants. They will provide some grants also for agriculture activity. But it is entirely different from manufacturing. Agriculture activity is very much different from the manufacturing activity. And next thing comes services. Service is something consulting strategy. What we are doing is services, troubleshooting. Troubleshooting is some machinery manufacturer will be there, or some automobile manufacturing will be there. They will give some contract to some dealership or something. There, for example, any fault going under any, for example, in Coimbatore, a lot of dealers are there. Machinery can be manufactured in Bombay or Surat or somewhere, or it can be manufactured in Europe or America. They used to import, and they will what you said, they will do some erection and service in the industries what they have, some textile industries or some mechanical industries. What they will do means they will do some services. They will erect the machine, they will run the machine, and they will get the production, and they will go for contract with that particular this industry, either for with spares. They will supply spares, and if any fault is going, immediately they will send some engineers, and they will troubleshoot. Troubleshooting is nothing but rectifying the problem. And they will go for annual service contract also, annual maintenance contract. AMG is annual maintenance contract. With parts they will give. It's a contract something. With parts means maintenance. Service, they will provide only services. If you want any equipment, say the industry has to buy from outside, and they have to give. The technician will fix that particular thing, and he will come back to his office. So sales after service, selling is something, and after that we have to go the services. Statutory compliances are nothing but this ISO compliances. SA 1000 is social compliances. It relates to the labor. How much labor do you have? It will comes under ESI, PF, like that. So that kind of social activities that will cover. And product compliances are there. Few textile companies will have the product compliance. If they are going to manufacture some organic garments or something, they will have the product compliances. Product compliance are stipulated by the government agencies. So they will provide the certificates. So that getting the certificates, so that is a service. And financing, nationalized deemed banks, private banks, sales, marketing, insurance, logistics, institutions, IT, online, hotel, restaurant, tourism, healthcare, and hospitals, which all comes under the services. Okay. So these are all these things, business classified in generic and empirical. So first thing is the industry, next second thing is agriculture, third is services. So this is the Government of India. Okay, no problem. Government of India MSME classification, Udayam registration. This is the proper processing method for startup companies. Very much important. This certificate is provided by the Government of India, that is Ministry of MOMSME, Ministry of Micro, Small, Medium Enterprises. So they classify, they got a classification. What are kind of classification? I'm telling you. For example, for manufacturing and services, you need some machineries. For example, if you are going to manufacture some fabric, or if you are going to manufacture some electronic component, whatever it is. So how much your investment will be there? How much you will invest? For example, if you are going to invest some 25 lakhs means, will comes under micro. Up to 1 crore, it will come under a micro. You will come under the classification of a micro industry. And more than 1 crore, up to 10 crores, which will comes under small enterprises. And investment more than 10 crores up to 50 crores, which will come under medium enterprises. After that medium, if we are going to invest more than 50 crores, it will come under larger enterprises. So these are the classifications. Government is looking for only micro, small and medium because this is the classification they do. They will not help directly. They will not help the larger enterprises. They got certain schemes. They got certain subsidies only for these enterprises, micro, small, medium enterprises. So these are the things. And services is up to 5 crores. If you are going to have some, for example, electronic service center, you will, we will do the servicing work like that. So we will have some calibration instruments. You will have some equipments, which will be very much to clear this thing for rectifying the problem, any electronic components. So he can set up a service center. Service center means you will get some repaired item and you have to do some service work in that, and you have to pay for that. So it comes under service. For that testing calibration, you need some investment. So that kind of investment is same thing. 1 crore up to 1 crore will comes under micro enterprise. And up to 10 crores, it will come under small, and up to 50 crores, it will come under medium. So servicing, manufacturing and servicing will come under these things. But government is not interested to encourage the trading. They are not interested, because why means manufacturing services is the only thing they will give employment opportunities. For example, you are going to set up some on manufacturing unit. For example, you are going to on lathe on something, or engineering item, you are going to manage an engineering item. At least you will give some employment for 5 members or 6 members like that. And trading is not like that. Even owner will sit in trading something. They will give services also like that. You will employ something. You will deploy some people. So employment opportunities are mostly, they will be driven by this manufacturing and services company also only. So government is very much keen, and they are giving subsidies. They are giving a lot of schemes for this 2 items. One is manufacturing and another service. And essential forms, for example, you are going to register for a startup. Sorry. For example, you are going for some manufacturing this thing. For this thing, no, for engineering unit, I am going to go for engineering unit. You should have the Aadhaar number on your name. I am telling you, on your name, you should have an Aadhaar number. And that Aadhaar should be linked with the mobile, your mobile, what you are going to link the mobile. And then the next thing is a very much important, PAN number. First you register your PAN number. And third thing is you should have a nationalized bank. You please open an account in your name in a bank, in a nationalized bank. And this thing is email ID is there. First of all, if you go for this link, https://withinregistration.government, you can go this, and they will ask for some this thing details. You have to fill the details. Immediately they will generate a certificate. That is Udayam registration certificate. That by that certificate, it's a free of cost. You are registering yourself means free of cost. If you are going for some computer service center, they will do it, and they will charge for something. They will charge for some 100 rupees or 200 something. But if you want to register yourself, you can register yourself, no problem. You have to give the Aadhaar number. Immediately you will get something, you will get some OTP number, and if you enter the OTP number, some details will display in that systems, and you have to fill the PAN number, bank account, email ID, something. I think within 2 or 3 hours, you will get your certificate in the email ID. This will be helpful for you, because a lot of schemes are there in micro this thing. I think most of them will go very few only, because how much maximum at this percentage, what is your idea, what you are having in your mind, how much you can invest now, please? Anybody is there? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Anybody is there? How much you got in your mind? How much you will invest basically? I need some intervention, because this meeting should be very much useful for startup. That is what I'm asking, please.
Nearly 20 to 30 lakhs.
30 lakhs, huh? 20 to 30 lakhs. So 30 lakhs you will come under micro. So in that same column, no, that link, there will be, sir, how much you are going to invest and how much you are going to give the employee. that columns will be there. So you have to fill that one. So that is very much important. That is why I'm asking you. So this kind of, you will come under some category. If you are going to, I mean, manufacturing of engineering goods, like that, this thing will be there already. This will come, some icons will come, like that. What I have given, no, some section like that, some section 01, 02, like that will be engineering items. What kind of engineering item? How much, like that? What will be your production? When you are going to start the production, like that will come, and how much you are going to give the employment for that particular items. So if you are going to invest for 30 lakhs, means at least you can give some employment for 10 members, no? 10 members you can give, no, please.
Yes, sir.
You can have the breakup, no? What kind of manufacturing you are going to do? Sir, this is the items, main items are this one, supporting items are this one, and I can give employment for 12 members. So like that means immediately you can generate the certificates. And by the certificate, you can approach the banks or whatever it is. So that will be an legal entity for us, as like a startups we are going, as like a simple startups, we can go with that micro kind of certificates. Okay, this will be very much useful. Anybody needs clarity, please? Anybody needs some doubts? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir. No doubt, sir. You can continue.
Nobody, either they are interested or not. Just I want to know.
Sir, it did.
Sir, it's all clear, sir.
Any doubts, boss?
No, sir. You can continue.
No, sir.
We can continue,
Hello?
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Okay, so we can continue, sir.
Okay. Okay. Apart from that, some legal entities are there. Profit making is saying private limited company. You have to register on ROC, Register of Companies. And limited liability partnership is LLP. You have to register in Register of Companies. And public limited company is Register of Companies. You have to register in Register of Companies. Out of that, this is profit making. This thing. Non-profit on the Section 8 company is there, and you have to register in Register of Companies. Trusts are there. You have to register in Register of Societies, ROS, Registrar of Societies. If you are going for association, group of members for association or something, you have to register in Register of Societies. And for society, you have to register in Register of Societies. So these are the things. Profit making, something private limited companies, they used to start some big, some people's already, they who have some investments will be there. Already they have some ideas. Already they will be in well-versed in manufacturing. They used to go for private limited company. So that is, that is different. This is different. So is entirely different from that what we have seen already. We have seen limited liability partnership is nothing but you can go for, to start with these companies, you can go for joint ventures, venture programs like that. You can go venture capitals like that. LLP is very much will be appropriate for this joint ventures. It will be good for this venture capital like that. So this will be okay. LLP. Public limited company is something. 50% we can have some shares. Some 2 or 3 people you can start a company, and 50% you can hold the company some by investment. Balance 50% you can go for public shares. You can go for some. You can either you can go for, you can what you said, you can go by advertisement or something in newspapers or in web, whatever, wherever you want to go for something. Public share is something is getting, you have to get from the money from the people, from others or peoples or something outside of your this thing, your area, whatever your this thing, jurisdiction, like the public limited company. Lot of public limited companies are there. For example, Sakti Finance, LMW, like that. There are the very big companies in public limited companies. People's. Hello. Section 8 company is non-profit. Section 8 company is also as like a partnership company, but you should not show the profit. You should not show the profit. That is there. Trust is also, you can show the profit. In association, you can't show any profit. Society also, it is like that. So what are your something? You heard about Santi Gates, no? Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Santi Gates, first they used to start a gears only. They started manufacturing gears also. So they got some limited company. After that, I think they gone for public some company or something. And after that, Subramaniam sir, he got something, and he converted this into trust, I think, Santi Gears. Santi Social Services like that. It is a trust something. So now he started doing some charitable services. So that will comes under trust. So now what he does means he minimizes this thing. For example, he gives services to the poor peoples. He started a hospital, particularly you can see now. You can go and you can go for this thing. He is charging very minimum charge, very minimum charge for catering, for canteen services, and for hospital services. He's charging very minimum, very minimum. So very minimum means that he is not expecting any profit from any customers or something. So that profit can be converted as something that will be converted as your user charges. It will be very minimum user charge. For example, I'm going to for some MRI scans for any private hospital. They will calculate everything. First, they will investment. They will calculate their service, labor charge, power charge, like that will be. It will come some 4,000 rupees. But according to that, this thing, that calculation will come under 1,000 rupees. Shanti Gears are charging only 1,000 rupees something. If you compare with other, for example, I'm telling. So this kind of trust activity they are doing, that will not produce any non-profit company, non-profit this thing. So they will not get some more money from you. Okay. Next. So government-based, scheme-based benefits for individual startup entrepreneurs. So entrepreneurs, how they are expecting something. Some schemes are there. UYEGP, Unemployed Youth Employment Generation Program. Government is giving manufacturing sector. What I said, no, already we have seen the micro industries. So 10 lakhs means they are giving up to 10 lakhs. Hello? Hello?
Sir.
In this scheme, they are giving up to 10 lakhs. 10 lakhs. From that, 20% of that will be government subsidy. For example, 2.5 lakhs will be subsidy, government given by subsidy. So you have to repay the amount 7.5 lakhs only. So this thing, that interest rate will be very what you said, very optimum. They will per annum they charge some 4% or something. So these are the government programs, direct government programs. You better to go with this thing. People who are interested in below 10 lakhs, you can go under this scheme. So that will be useful. And another thing is Prime Minister's Employment Generation Program. 25, the same thing. They are giving up to 1 crore for manufacturing sector, and 25% will be a government subsidy. So you have to pay for interest. You have to pay interest for 75 lakhs. So that also will be very minimum only. I think 4% to 5% per annum they will charging. That means for 100 rupees you have to pay some 60 paisa, 70 paisa like that. So this will be also very useful. Needs new entrepreneurs development scheme is there. I think minimum project cost will be 10 lakhs. Up to 10 lakhs they are giving, up to 5 crores they are giving. So 25% on the subsidies, they are giving subsidies for 25%. For example, if you are going to have some same thing, 1 crore, 25 lakhs will be subsidy, 75 lakhs you have to pay. And this kind of needs new entrepreneurs development scheme is that is applicable for only in Tamil Nadu. Kerala, there is no scheme. I think I'm looking after 2 states, only is Tamil Nadu and Kerala. So in Kerala, this scheme is not available, but other schemes are available all over India. This NEET scheme is it's available only in Tamil Nadu. Particularly, you have to approach DAC. That I will give you the address and everything. What is a district industries center is there. In Kerala, they used to say Jilla Vyavasaya Kendram, like that they say. In Malayalam, they used to say Jilla Vyavasaya Kendram. So DAC, you have to approach DAC. If you want to check it out, so you can go and approach them, no problem. DAC, District Industries Center. In Tamil Nadu, we say Mavata Tolil Mayam. In Kerala, used to say Jilla Vyavasaya Kendram. Like. So if you want to approach, please approach GM. And another thing is Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana. This is for this thing, running units. After the startups, if you need something, means they will, small units, they need 50,000 rupees. Means there is no this thing. They will give, means 50, that's all. It will be, it's like a grant or something, 50,000 rupees. And for covers about, and Kishore, 3 schemes are there. This is for after running, after your startup. If you are going to running a company, it will come under this thing. This is, I think this is very low, this thing. Somebody, some people are, they used to get it and then they never repay this thing. And dairy entrepreneurs development scheme is something which is very different from this engineering this thing. So if you are interested in dairy, 25% government subsidies is there. They will give up to 7 lakhs for 10 animals. If you are going to for cow or something, whatever it is, you can get this money. And the subsidy for general this thing SC/ST, there is 33% is available. You can avail 33% subsidy for this scheme. Any doubts, boss? Hello?
No, sir. All okay.
No, sir.
Hello?
All clear, sir.
No doubts.
Okay. Actually, this is skill development and entrepreneurship is something very much different. In this, you can get some skill training also. Some technically, if you need some skill in manufacturing, means they will give. Government is providing skill training. If you need something, some mobile servicing, some textile. If you want to do, if you are interested in some engineering, they are giving skills and they will pay for that. They will pay for some stipends also. You can get it something. And marketing and product promotion, that is where that is after this thing. No? For example, you are manufacturing some engineering item like some mixer or grinder or whatever. They used to help. They used to take you to all over India. They used to even in some cases they used to go for abroad also. For example, in Tirupur, people are interested in people are already in manufacturing garments exporters. They have taken to them because they will arrange participation of individual MSCs, means micro small enterprises, in domestic trade fairs. They used to conduct MSME, Ministry of MSC, they used to conduct trade fairs. In trade fair, you can go and display them. For example, in Mumbai, they used to take some, they will have some big hall. They used to rent something very big, in a very big this thing. Like Codicia, they used to get some Codicia kind of this thing building where you can they will have some partitions like exhibition kind of thing. They will allot a stall also. There you can go and display your products and you will get some visitors. If you attract some visitors also, you can get some buyers, some good buyers, you can get it, no problem. So such kind of organizing these things for marketing your product, government is ready to help. For that, they are supporting from 2.5 lakhs, organizing participation, trade fairs, exhibition. See, regional is available. If you are in Coimbatore, they will arrange in Coimbatore. For example, if you want to go for out of Coimbatore, if you want to participate in national this thing, such kind of are going there. Such kind of really it is there. We used to conduct some lot of exhibitions in Coimbatore. There we used to attract a lot of MS micro segment entrepreneurs. And they used to display small manufacturers are participated in that particular trade fairs. So this is funded by Ministry of MSME. And capacity building of MSME is modern package technique, means packaging is something which is very much different. The capacity, they used to conduct seminars. They used to exposure visits. They used to send it for some industries. For example, Ludhiana is better than Coimbatore. In Ludhiana, there are a lot of engineering industries are there. We want to go on there. If you go there and see something useful for us, that it will be useful. Means they will take you to Ludhiana also, no problem. So by building your capacity, they will do something. You can what you said. You can know how the technology works in Ludhiana and how the technology works in Bangalore. For example, some good CNC machines are available in Bangalore. Means you can go exposure visits. That also they will help. And development of market access also. For example, market access, if your product has got huge demand in Calcutta, they will do the arrangements. If your product is they will link you. They will give you good linkage. They will provide you good facilities. They will get you good buyers. Okay. So this thing, financial institutions, nomenclature, government or non-government privates are there. Government finance subsidies and grants and supporting institutions. So government institutions is there. So DAEC, District Industry Center in Kerala, they used to say, already I said you, Jilla Vyavasaya Kendram, they used to say. So Tamil Nadu government provides for subsidy scheme for micro manufacturing enterprises, subsidy schemes for small, medium manufacturing enterprises, establishing 251 industry backward blocks, subsidy schemes for agro-based small manufacturing medium enterprises, established 385 blocks in south in the state, special capital subsidy they are giving for trust sector enterprises, generator subsidy, back-ended interest subsidy, like that. They are giving a lot of this thing for manufacturers, agro-based industries, like that. They are giving subsidies for this thing. So DAC will provide you everything. If you approach DAC, this is what it means after manufacturing. For example, you are a manufacturer. So you will get you will fall in this subsidy. You can get this these kind of benefits you can get. This kind of subsidies you can get. First thing is you have to approach the DAC, District Industry Center. You have to go and you have to meet the branch manager will be there, and you can get these kind of subsidies. And other than this thing, when other than this thing, they are implementation agency for this kind of, for example, Prime Minister Employment Generation Program. If you want to go for this program, you have to approach DAC. Unemployed Youth Employment Generation for these things, and you can go for DAC. A new entrepreneur come enterprise development scheme needs is you have to approach the DAC. So this third one, new entrepreneurs come enterprises development scheme, is available only in Tamil Nadu. It is not available in Kerala. So please don't mistake me. These other schemes are available everywhere all over India. And NSIC is National Small Industries Corporation. Is they will provide a bank credit facility, raw material assistance, procurement of marketing support, skill development, material testing service, infrastructures for newly started companies. So you can approach NIC also after. I'm telling after your this thing, you are going to start the company. And Tamil Nadu Small Industries Development Corporation, TANSICO is the nodal agency for Tamil Nadu, formation of common facility centers. Actually, this kind of activity I'm doing. Actually, I'm consultant for this Tamil Nadu Industries TANSICO, and I'm consultant for Kerala also for DAC. I'm approved consultant for Kerala. Actually, we used to form common facility centers. That is different. I will brief you later. Integrated this infrastructure development, and another thing is common production infrastructure for micro industries, integrated MSME growth pack, IM by GP for formation of private industrial estates. This we can do it. We can formulate this thing common facility center also. No problem. This kind of activities I am doing. Actually, I'm a consultant for these agencies, Tamil Nadu SIDCO, and for Kerala also, which is funded by MOMSI, Minister of Micro, Small, Medium Enterprises. Okay. Next slide. So other government finance agencies are there. Small Industries Development, SIDBI is there. They are lending direct loans for industries, working margin capital, appraisals, etc. And this thing, nationalized banks, the State Bank of India, they are providing bank loans for these direct loans, industries, infrastructure development loans, working margin capital, like that, giving children loan, like that, giving. All these are private banks. So I have not approached any these kind of this thing, because I'm doing only for government agencies. If you want to directly, if you want to go for this after starting the micro industries, if anybody is interested to go for some this thing, really, if you want to go for some loans or something, directly you can approach these agencies, no problem. Next. Hello. So this is something, it's a business plan. I think this will be very much useful for you. For example, I think Guna sir said that, sir, most of them will be electronics something. So accordingly, I have made this one. It's a pre-intervention. Before you are going for a product. So these are the plans for the improvement of what you said. This is stage by stages, which will be helpful for manufacturing one electronic component. So identification of user, first thing is identification of the user need, considering the situation and the market needs based on the survey, brainstorming with field related experts to some technology and commercial marketing with the provision, evaluation, appraisal of feedback during each and every steps after this process. So first of all, if you are going for something, if you have got some ideas to manufacture something. So first thing is you have to analyze the situation. This is the situation. Is it right? This is the precise situation. Either we can start manufacturing. So according to that, what we can manufacture, something we should have some ideas. So for example, this is some COVID crisis exists last 1 year. For according to that, some electronic components are really they are very much costly and they are not really available in market for this thing. So you can go for some some kits, some electronic kit, which can measure something, some electronic item, which will be useful for some detect some COVID-19 or something. This is an example I'm telling. It is not a correct thing. This is tentatively I'm speaking, something for your easy understanding. I'm thinking. So first thing is design input. It is an iterative process. Iterative is nothing but everything. No, so mathematical, computational process analysis with electronic students and electric students. I think you will well versed all these things. What is the design input? When the organization designs to address the particular need, they review and test the acceptability. Design input derived from the need. At that point, the iterative process of converting requirements into device design starts. So you have to design a product. First thing, before you are going to design, I think you can discuss with some experts, something practically who is well versed in that manufacturing some electronic components. You can discuss with your senior students, or you can discuss with some your faculties also. That will be useful. First, you need some mentor. You need you need some mentors. So according to the mentors' suggestions, you can go for this kind of projects. That is pre-intervention before you are going for manufacturing. And design input is something which will be very useful. What kind of product you are going to manufacture? According to that, you need design input and design process. These design inputs are converted into design output by converting those requirements to high level specification, which are design output. So it will come as a design process, will design output. The thing is, verification process confirms whether the specifications are satisfying requirement or not, and the output becomes the input to revise the requirements, and the process goes until design output is aligned with the design input. So design output and design input should correlate with each other. It depends upon the design process, how we are going to process the design. So medical, after that it comes medical device. Once the final design is ready, it is transmitted to the production facility for mass production. We can calculate something that this kind of production we can go for. Design control regulation mandates design history file is there. What are the designs you are going to do, what we are going to do with the process that can be either that can be stored in DHF. So design history file is there, which can be used as a report, paper reports, or you can store in something, some hard disk or something. You have to properly store. The design history file is very much important, and this needs some timelines. So timelines is tentative timeline, it is not precise. So 1 to 2 months, 3 to 4 months, 1 to 2 months, 2 to 3. These are the. It is not precise. It's something. It is tentatively this thing. And if you want to separately, if you want to calculate the expenses, you can add some this also. For example, identification of user need considering situation. Like that, you decide, and if you want to meet with some expert or something, you can go for some transportation cost will be there. Somebody will ask money. Like that, you can include that one, no problem. Some separate column you can actually this thing you can note the expenses, how much it, because this will be used for the cost of the production while coming for mass production. You can calculate these things, all these things, how much it comes, the expenses, for example, expenses, how much it requires until the final product comes. From the ideology, what is the ideology we do have? And from that ideology, what we are going to manufacture, and from that manufacturing, for going for bulk production, how we are going to have, like that, you can calculate the expenses. And next thing, sir, business plan 2. Hello. So this is a post intervention. This thing after identifying the product, so you have identified that fluorescent immunoassay analyzer, like that. So you identify a product. This is the electronic product, which I think which is used in hospitals and clinical laboratories to run automized biomedical test to detect the presence of the concentration substance. Some samples you are getting, some blood samples or something. If you detect that blood sample or something, how much this biochemical this thing toxicant, what are the good things they are having in their blood, what are the toxicant, so that you can detect the patient history, either he is affected by some disease or he is okay, like that. So this is a very simple instrument. So after we have derived that product, and from that we are stage by stage we are going for the bulk production. So from that identification or innovating new product for manufacturing. Example, we are going to decide that we are going to manufacture fluorescent immunoassay analyzer. So second stage, design and program development in terms of component PCB drawings, software, PLC programs, coding like that. So already we are well versed in this. Already we discussed in pre-intervention also. We can, this is also okay. That will take 2 to 3 months. And third thing is making ready of product prototype sample. Prototype sample is very much important, and most of them will lack in these areas. By the prototype samples, we can make some working costing calculation. Raw material, how much you are going to be, labor cost, power cost, wastage cost, special coating, any finishing is there, some packaging cost, like that we can calculate this thing. And I have separately given this how much time it will take. Somebody will, if you are capable to finish it before, okay, it is well and good. It will take more also, no problem. Clinical test trials, for example, your product is made, some 1 or 2 products you made some as a prototype samples. And from that prototypes, you have to take some clinical test trials in this thing, in hospital. And that particular this thing, calibration or whatever it is, for example, test results. That test results should match with that existing product. Some existing good products will be there. For example, one good company is some medical equipment manufacturing companies. For example, Siemens is a good medical electronic medical manufacturing company. For example, Siemens is supplying the same kind of thing. You have to see the end of this thing. How much result? How much precise is your result? So you have to compare it. You have to go for some comparative studies. You have to match with that one, because then only your purpose will be solved. So if it is there some property, this thing, your product is unique other than that existing available products, and then you can easily sell it this thing, and you can fix the this thing, product proficiency. What is the product proficiency, accuracy, product class certificate? Any certification is there. For example, some product certificate information. Just like that, you can't manufacture any medical equipments. So you need certifications are there, some product certification, which is stipulated by the government or something. If you are going for some medical kind of equipment, you need some certification from the government. Apart from that, registration of companies, you need some certification, because you are going to manufacture a medical component that should be very much precise. That should not get affect the people's public or something. So that is there. So it is better to go for some intellectual property position. If it is unique, means you can go for intellectual property license also. You can go for some copyrights. You can go for patent rights, like that. You can go, no problem. And then you have to do for the registration of the company enterprises. Better to go for this thing now. What I suggested in this thing, MSME, government MSME, you can go for that in that particular link, and you can start a company. And after that, you can approach the financial institutions. Either you can go for some startups, or if you are going for some loans or something, whatever it is, you can approach some good banks or some good government institutions. You can approach. You can go for that one. Then you can start for bulk production upon the requirement with perfect packing, QC availables. Then supplying the finished goods, the proper distribution channel. Before you are going this project, you will be very well versed in this market. What is the kind of product we are going to manufacture, how we are going to manufacture, and where you are going to supply these things. That is very much important. So this is the business plan too. Okay. Any doubts, boss? Hello? Hello?
No, sir.
No, sir.
You clearly understand, boss?
Yes, sir, it's clear.
Okay. This is something which is very linked with that this thing, business cluster concept and strategic approach of complementing startup entrepreneurs. So cluster is very much important. Cluster is some definition is there. A cluster is a group of manufacturing, trading, servicing enterprises located in an identifiable location, and as far as practicable, contiguous area and producing similar product services. This definition is defined by Michael Eugene Porter in the book of Competitive Advantage of Nations. It is a UNIDO program. First, he identified the cluster. Before, it was agglomeration economies. So in Coimbatore is a cluster of what we can say. Coimbatore is a cluster of engineering products. First thing, and then apparel. They have gone for some textiles also. Tirupur is a cluster of knitwear apparels. So cluster means it is a kind of business what we are going to do, which should ally each other. Companies will be there. Predominantly that kind of micro industries will be there. How many engineering industries in Coimbatore? Sir, there are about some 4,000 engineering industries are involved in Coimbatore. They used to manufacture engineering products. Commonly, it's a common phenomena. Cluster is a common phenomena. Somebody will manufacture some gears. Somebody will manufacture some pulleys. Somebody will manufacture some textile equipments. somebody will manufacture some rubber equipments like that. So it is all will comes under a cluster. So you used to say define as a cluster. Cluster is nothing but a business in the business group. Manufacturing same products, allied products, same and allied products like that. So we used to define as a cluster. So essential of clusters are similarity in complementaries in methods of production, quality control, testing, energy consumption, pollution control, etc. These will be common issues. For example, one guy, somebody, some 4 or 5 lathe units are there. So they are affected by some power consumption, power this thing. For example, Tamil Nadu state government is going for some power this thing, power hikes on that. So for a unit they are charging some 8 rupees or 12. Immediately they will hike means all they have to so it will be affected by all the lathe manufacturers, all lathe who are learning. So that will be common. The problems will be common, the subsidies will be common, benefits will be common. So that are all used to define in a cluster. Similar level of technology and marketing strategy, same kind of this thing. Technology will be there. All will run CNC, all will run CNC. Marketing, all will sell to Bangalore or somewhere Bombay, all will. Same strategies they used to have. When a minimum waste is there, 2% waste, 3% waste, that will be there. That all common. So these industries all come under one particular thing that is known as cluster. Channels for communication among members in the cluster. So they will float association. They used to go for association. So all this will be a common communication will be there. They used to start this thing WhatsApp group, or they go for some associations. They will have some blogs, or they will discuss each other. They used to transfer their feelings, their grievances like that, their technology like that. And common challenges are challenges. Challenges are challenging in aspect. What is the problems we can say? Common problems they will have. Common opportunities they will be there. They will have that will be common. So these are all comes under one particular thing that is called cluster. Okay, next. So already there are some clusters we have identified. Actually, I have undergone some studies, particular in this thing. Some districts I have studied. Tirupur I have studied, and then Coimbatore I have identified a lot of clusters. Some 46 to 50 clusters I identified actually. In engineering itself, I identified foundry and die casting cluster, pumps and electrical motors manufacturing cluster, agriculture and industrial manufacturing machinery cluster, high precision components manufacturing cluster also. Example, high precision is nothing but the components which is used in defense, this thing, aircraft like that. So I think this cluster, actually government has MoMSMA has announced as Coimbatore as a defense corridor like that. So some schemes are coming. I'm doing that project work, that schemes. I'm in the preparation of diagnostic study report, detailed project report like that. And steels and grill gates manufacturing is there. Textile engineering components, spares and accessories manufacturing here. Rubber, plastics. Wet grinder is already, government has provided a common facility center for this wet grinder. It has allotted some 10 crores. 10 crores as a grant for this wet grinder cluster. Already it is there. That is why only one cluster is available with a grant in aid. Government has funded 8 crores rupees, something for wet grinders. And wooden and steel furniture cluster is there. Components, electroplating, metals, chemicals treatment cluster is there. Automobile components, spare parts manufacturing cluster is there. So already all these falls under engineering something. And in the electrical and electronics, some 3 clusters are there. I have identified. Electrical control panels and transformers manufacturing cluster is there, already is there. And the electrical and electronics component manufacturer is there. Some components used to manufacture some components, something. And solar panels and other related equipment manufacturing cluster is there. I think these kind of clusters you will come under these kind of clusters. If you want to become an entrepreneur of electrical and electronic manufacturer, you will come under these categories. I think you will fall in this category, 3 categories. Okay, these are all this concept is known as cluster. Yes, next. And there are some grant in aid schemes. Grant in aid schemes means cluster is something you have to form a new new group. For example, you are going to manufacture some electronic component. You are all electronic component manufacturers. So you need there will be certain constraints will be there. For example, if you want to manufacture some good PLC circuit boards, that will be not available in Coimbatore. You are getting from somewhere in Bangalore or somewhere in Chennai or something. That kind of machines are very costly. For example, high precision, some machines, electronic component machines will be. So government will fund for that. For that, you have to go for a new company. The thing is, you 40 members, you have to combine together, and you have to form a new company. That is called as SPV. SPV is nothing but it's a special purpose vehicle. For that special purpose vehicle, you have to invest something, some 20 percentage of this thing. For example, it needs 10 crores project means you have to invest 2 crores. From the 2 crores, state government will give 1 crore. Balance this thing, 7 crores will be provided by the central government. That is grant. I am selling. It is not a loan. It is not a finance. That fund is a grant. You should not repay that one. But thing is, you have to combine together. 40 members you have to say. So that is why cluster is very much important. So if part of the amount, for example, from the 10 crores, you are all 40 people are ready to invest in 2 crores, and 1 crore is provided by Tamil Nadu government. Balance 7 crores provided by the central government. So you are easily getting 8 crores means for that 8 crores, the capital amount will be, you will be very safe, and you can get some new technology machines. From that new technology machines, you can manufacture some good this thing, components or good equipments are like that. You can get it from that common facilities. You can start manufacturing by yourselves. So these are the schemes which will be very supportive for that particular manufacturing industry. So Tamil Nadu government micro cluster projects, you have to, you means 40 members. So you have to special purpose vehicle, SPV, it's a special purpose vehicle. So in that you have to invest 2 crores, and Tamil Nadu government will contribute 2.5 crores. And government of India will contribute 2.5 crores. So total project cost will be 7 crores. So establishing commons, what we can establish means for well-being cluster members. CFC means common facilities. Comprises modern machinery. You can go for a modern machinery. You can go for value adding. You can go for testing laboratory. You can develop new products, marketing, supporting equipment, skill training like that. You can get it from this common facility center. So SPV type means, so you all have to, 40 members, you have to start a private limited company. For that private limited company, government will provide this kind of funds. And the next thing is micro, small enterprise cluster development program is the MSc CDP. Your contribution, that 40 members, this is a huge project. For example, you need a huge machines, very costly machines, very precision machines means this thing you have to go for. Your 40 members, again, you have to contribute 4 crores. And from Tamil Nadu government, you will get 2 crores. And from central government, you will get 14 crores. And total project will fit 20 crores something. This SPV type, how much your 40 members are going to start a Section 8 company. So from that is, you can manufacture the same thing. But this is a very huge project, this one. If you require some technology benchmarking or something, it really requires this kind of 20 crores or something. And Khadi Village Industry Commission is something for artisans. Already I explained to you about that manufacturing industry. What is the difference between manufacturing and artisans? They are providing artisans also. This is something very much different, this thing. But SPV contribution, 1,000 members you have to compulsory. There is something is there. Some 1,000 members has to be enrolled in that this thing, trust or something. So at the 1,000 members can invest only 60 lakhs. That means it will be very merely comes very, very, very low. Tamil Nadu the government is not providing anything because it is directly, it comes from the central government. And the government of India contributes actually 4.5 crores. They are contributing 4.5. Total project will come under 5 crores, some 10 lakhs or something. You can go for private limited company, you can go for trust, you can go for association, you can go for society. So these are the SPV type. But the thing is, you have to enroll the members, 1,100 members. It is not as like as the 2 schemes what you seen in the top, because that you need only 40 members. But in this artisans, Khadi Village Industries Commission scheme for fundraising institutional diseases, you require 1,100, at least 1,200 members as a as a member like that. And interestingly, Khadi Village actually these KVIC schemes really benefit for cottage, this thing, mineral-based industry, forest-based industry, agro-based food processing, and polymer chemical industry, and rural engineering, biotechnology. Electronic components are coming in that one. Actually, electronic components are coming in that particular KVEC schemes. So electrical, really electronics, this thing, entrepreneurs are interested, you can avail this KVEIC also. It will be very useful, no? But thing is, you have to, this thing, sourcing of members is very difficult. You have to source some 1,100 members. And please note that top one is there, no? Tamil Nadu government microcluster project. It is not in Kerala. It is not available in Kerala. Rest of the things are available. So because I'm doing in Kerala projects, I'm doing in Kerala. This top one, this Tamil Nadu government cluster project is not available in Kerala. That you have to keep it in mind because most of them are from Kerala. Okay, and the cluster, these are all for infrastructure development. They will not give for machineries. Previously, we have seen it for machineries. This is for infrastructure, building these kind of things. They are giving MIA-US is modified in industrial infrastructure upgradation scheme is. They are giving up to almost 75 crores or something they are giving. 75 crores, there's a grant they are giving. But we have to all invest 250 crores. Actually, best example in Coimbatore, Codicea, no, that Codicea comes under this project only. Modified industrial infrastructure upgradation scheme. Codicea comes under this scheme only. They got some 100 crore rupees. But you have to invest some 25 crore rupees. Balance 75 crores will be grant. Grant means you should not repay it or should not pay any interest or something. Grant is provided by the state and central government, 75 crores. So Codicea comes under that particular thing. And micro and small this is a small estate to this thing. We can develop a small industrial electronic estate is also possible. I got some good sourceable entrepreneurs who is really interested in going for this kind of parks, electronic parks. If you want to go for some electronic parks, you have to form you have to form a cluster. This is for infrastructure. They will lay a road. You have seen private parks, no? Some Tansico, like the private parks, no? They used to establish like this. Up to 15 crores they are giving. You have to, for example, 40 members you are interested means you can form a cluster. And you have to invest 350, that means 3.5 crores. You have to invest by your own. And Tamil Nadu government is giving 11.5 crores, something. They are giving. Total cost which is 1,500 lakhs something. That means 15 crores. From these schemes, you can get physical infrastructure, transport, road, water supply, physical infrastructure like seminar hall, B2B meeting, convention hall, like that you can build it. And you can establish your industry also, this thing. It is an industrial park. And SPV type is private limited company or trust or associations. Anybody can go for this project. Next. Hello, next. Why startups in Coimbatore? Why startups? Why Coimbatore? We have to start in Coimbatore ranks 2 in India and 456th place in globally based on strength and its startup ecosystem. It has got very good ecosystems. So Coimbatore stands second. So startups are very good in Coimbatore. So that we have to see this thing. Coimbatore, which has pleasant weather conditions like Bangalore, seeing its far share startup activity as well. This is another more thing everybody knows. The Coimbatore chapter of this thing, the industry entrepreneurs, the Coimbatore Vijaya Kerala Club. Actually, this it is a consortium. They are providing for funds for this thing. What is it? If you invent some new idea based some product or something, really they are helping out. From incubation, you can get some funds from them. So this kind of association is first you can go and see them also, no problem. But apart from that, you can see a non-profit consortium that promote entrepreneurship as identified 47. Already they have some 47 active startups. One of the catalysts is in the education institution is regional have helped establish sound and technical ecosystem. So that is there. There are 5 incubation centers in and around the city. Almost all of them set up a technical education institution. I think among 5, I don't know. One of that particular incubation center is Nifty. Actually, in Tirupur, I am a part of that professor in that particular college. In Coimbatore, I think among that 5, PSG is there. I think incubation. Incubation means they will develop a new products. If you find a new product means They will go through everything. They will verify everything. They will actually, you have to give a precise report for them, and they will study. They go through. They will go for appraisals, and they will give money also. They will provide for that particular money also for that develop a product. So you should have a good reporting this thing. You can have a good this thing. What you said, business plans for that one. And this also, what I given now, that pre-post interventions, you should have such kind of this thing very clearly. You have to mention everything. They will develop a product. For example, if you want to manufacture a prototype, they will helpful for develop a prototype this thing. And in some government agencies are ready to help. That we can see later, no problem. If you develop some prototypes, you can go for manufacturing also. These are all grants, not from any this thing. You have to repay like this, you have to pay interest like that. These are all grants, I'm saying, that will be helpful for the startups. Okay. Next. So concluding remarks and thanks. Present scenario versus COVID-19. Now I think last 1 year or 1 year, I think 1 year, we are in some depressing stage only because no business is there. So present scenario is very difficult for all these new entrepreneurs, startups, and existing entrepreneurs. All are facing a lot of problems because of this COVID. I think hopefully after 4 or 5 months, you can go for any startups, but you should be very much secured, and you should be very careful for this outbreak also, disease outbreak also. Be very careful. And most of them I am doing only government. I never approached any private this thing. Most of these things, since I am a government project consultant, I used to suggest to go with government projects, actually government funds or something. And you have to approach DAC, TANSUPCO, MSMEDA. 3 offices are available in Coimbatore. First, you can approach DAC. General manager will be there in every district. General manager will be there. Basically, you go and discuss with. You can discuss with. No, not a problem at all. You can speak in Tamil Nadu. In Kerala students, they can go on. You can speak in Malayalam, no problem. They will be very helpful. But you should be very humble. You should be very clear. You should have some good mission, vision, goals, everything before you are meeting GM. And meeting GM, and that is also a very tedious job. And while starting this thing, it will be very difficult. And if you are going, meeting, discussing with them, then things will be very much lucrative. And you can get something, if they are interested in some seminars, they will do a lot of these things will be there. They will do soft interventions. They used to conduct seminars. They used to conduct some, they will helpful for your exposure visits. They will be helpful for your technology, this thing, everything. They will be, because most of the GM, DAC and TANSUPCO GM will be engineering graduate only. All kind of engineering graduates only. Definitely this thing, Coimbatore GM will be an engineering graduate. He's an engineering graduate. Most of them are engineering graduate. So they will be able to understand what you are this thing, what you are having in your mind like that. But before you are going, you should be very much precise, very much clear, very sure. You should be very sharp, very sure. And you should know everything that is there. You are going to submit, or while you are speaking him, you should be very much clear in your this thing, your ideology, and what you are going to do, where you are going to market like that. And I need some opinions from faculty members and students. And most of them, I think they are not very much interested. But I am interested to at least some 4 or 5 people are there. I'm very much interested to finish this program, and I'm very much thankful for. I'm very happy. Shall we close the program, Guna? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Any doubts, boss?
No, sir.
Any clarifications? Huh?
No, sir.
It is a brainstorming, or you got any mental fatigue due to this program or something? It is very heavy.
Yes, sir. Exactly. Yes, sir.
You feel very something very light or very this thing exhaustive.
So we can't say it was exhausting. It was informative, sir. But it was a lot to take.
Why most of them have left this program?
So I think it's went late, na sir. That's why.
Uh-huh. Okay, I have also not expected, but because I have to finish it in early this thing, and I consumed more time from you. That is what because it should have some proper ending. No, while it started, okay, it has gone very well, and I finished in this thing. I need this thing. At least I need some 3-4 hours. If I interact directly with you, I come to your college. If directly face to face, I can interact. I can get some ideas from you. Definitely, either in Tamil, I can understand Malayalam also. I can speak certain extent. I speak Malayalam also, Tamil also. I can no problem. I can get your feedback. Exactly, I can get your feedback from Kerala students and Tamil Nadu students like that. So, if you're interested,
Thank
We
you.
have uploaded the program, sir. So we are
Okay.
circulating this link through all this among the students, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, Professor. Thank you for your valuable information.
நீங்க தான்
Program
டிரான்ஸ்பரண்டா பேசணும். நீங்க டிரான்ஸ்பரண்டா பேசணும். எப்படி இருக்கு இது என்னன்னு பசங்க இந்த மாதிரி எதிர்பார்க்கலையா? இல்ல நம்ம போர் அடிச்சுட்டோம்
from the students point of view, it's a little bit program because even some of the students are having some idea to make the startup, and most of the students they don't have any ideas even. So the purpose is to introduce what is joint venture capitals, and how to finance and how to get the government aids. That's all. But as per the things, this is a real information. Definitely, it should reach to the young buddies because they must know how much of fund the government is released, central government and state government, and how we can utilize that for our startup and creations. So these are the things that definitely the student must aware the things. Then only they will become a good entrepreneur. So it's really useful, and our EC HOD is there. EC HOD is very interested to attend your program.
அவரோட
He
கமெண்ட்
is so appreciated. Sir,
What is your
Sir,
comment?
excellent information, sir.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Very excellent, sir. Excellent, sir. I got
நீங்க
more
தான்
ideas.
பசங்க கிட்ட ஏதாவது பேசி ஏதாவது ப்ராஜெக்ட் ஏதாவது வாங்க முடியுமா? நான்
Definitely,
கவர்மெண்ட்
sir.
நிறைய
Definitely, sir. Now we will join work together, sir. Definitely in future.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
I
sir.
got many more ideas, sir.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you.
Definitely, sir. We will work together, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Madam, என்ன சொல்றாங்க? Lakshmi.
so I think Bharat Kannan, you can keep his number. I think.
இல்ல நம்பர் ஒன்றும் வேண்டாம். நீங்க you can have my own number, no problem. One day I will come to your college directly. We'll have some face-to-face kind of interaction. Okay.
Definitely.
Okay.
After that COVID situation, we may take.
Okay. எல்லாமே கோவிட்க்கு அப்புறம் தான். இப்ப கோவிட்க்கு முன்னாடி ஒண்ணும் பண்ண முடியாது. ஏன்னா கேரளா போய் கிட்டத்தட்ட 1 வருஷத்துக்கு மேல ஆச்சு. எங்கேயுமே மூவ் ஆக முடியல. டெல்லிக்கு அடிக்கடி டெல்லி போக முடியல. இங்கே தான் இருந்துட்டு இருக்கேன். பட் ஐ எம் டூயிங் ப்ராஜெக்ட்ஸ். இப்போ கயர் கிளஸ்டர் ஒன்று கன்ஃபார்ம் பண்ணியிருக்கோம் கோயம்புத்தூர்ல. 2 கயர் கிளஸ்டர். ஒன்று ஆல்ரெடி கொப்ரா வந்து இந்த தேங்காய் எண்ணெய் இது முடிஞ்சது. இப்போ ஐ எம் டூயிங் கயர் கிளஸ்டர் ஒன்று. அப்புறம் அதே இது ஐ கன்ஃபார்ம் ஒன் ஃப்ரம் திருப்பூர் ஆல்சோ. நோ ப்ராப்ளம். அதே மாதிரி
we have many ideas and pitches in our table, sir. Our students are very inspiring. They have many ideas they have put up in our table, sir. I think they will be working soon, sir. After this pandemic, when college they will be working on their projects, sir.
Okay.
They have got many interested students, sir.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you. Okay, குணா, நான் பிரைவேட்டா கால்ல வரேன்.
Okay. Thank you, sir. We can wind up.
கூப்பிடுறேன்.
Who is telling the water thing?
ஒரு 5 நிமிஷம் கழிச்சு நான் கூப்பிடுறேன் உங்களுக்கு.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you for students, and thanks for madams, faculty members for your passion hearing. Okay.
Thank you, sir. That was a wonderful session, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Ma'am, shall we wind up? Yeah, okay. Thank you all. Bye.